I'm not against anybody. I'm really not. I'm not a hater. I'm not homophobic. I honestly don't care what people do personally in their individual lives, but I tell you, the reason when people say, well, why don't you just kind of get on the right side of history? I said, you got to understand, this for me is not about the right side or the wrong side of history. This is the right side of the Bible, and unless God rewrites it, edits it, sends it down with His signature on it, it's not my book to change. Folks, that's why I stand where I stand. Look, I'm not trying to be some wacko way out there. I'm talking about the basic, most fundamental rights we have as an American citizen. And while those rights are being stripped from us by the IRS, the NSA, and the TSA, I want you to think about the fact that in New Mexico, you've got a photographer who refused to take photos of a same-sex wedding. And this week, the extreme court decided it would not hear that case, which basically says that if you are a Christian believer and you just do not feel that it is in your artistic interest or within your artistic capacity to do photos of a same-sex wedding, then the government will force you to do it. Okay? Let me ask this government a question. If I go to a Muslim artist and ask the Muslim artist to paint me a picture of Muhammad, will the government stand behind me and force that artist to paint me a picture of Muhammad? Yes or no in this country? The answer is no. So I'm asking this. Why is it that Christians stand back and take it in the teeth time and time and time again? But we cannot change this country if we don't rise up and at least vote, and vote with an informed mind and a committed spirit, and if we're not willing to stand alone.
Yo, what's up, world? It is your boy Phil Cole here, aka Philochko, aka Yonaka. Now let's get to this video, and I know people are going to get pissed off, but I'm just come out and say exactly what's on my mind. First of all, if you're a Christian and you have a problem with what he said, you're a living contradiction. God damn it, my Xbox One is like following my hands and like changing things on the TV. You're a living contradiction. What he was speaking about were things from the Bible. He's not taking it out of context. He's not taking it out of context. He's speaking about something that's in the Bible. So how is he wrong? If I'm just speaking to the Christians right now, not everyone else. If you claim you're a Christian, how is he wrong? We all know English. If you read the book, it's obvious that a same-sex marriage is a no-no. So if you're a Christian, how do you have a problem with what he just said? You can't have a problem. You should be applauding him, period. If you're a Christian, you should be applauding him. Because if you're not a Christian, because if you are a Christian, but you don't like what he said, you're not a real Christian. If you believe the book, the Holy Bible, was inspired by God, that means you believe every word from the beginning to the end. Not just the parts you like. That's stupid. You're not a Christian, you're a wannabe, you're a fake. If you're a Christian, you believe it from beginning to the end. Not just these sentences, but all of it. Because God is infallible, He's perfect, right? So that whole book was inspired by Him, made by Him, okay, fine. From the start to the finish. You should agree with Him. Now for everyone else, how do you feel about this guy? Well, for one, let me explain to you what a homophobe is. Alright. A homophobe doesn't mean that you don't like gay people. Because for instance, if I were to see a gay couple kissing and I'm just like kind of uncomfortable with it, I just kind of ignore it, that doesn't make me a fucking homophobe. I'm just not used to seeing two men kiss. That's not being a homophobe. That's just not being comfortable with it. Being a homophobe is when you see two men kiss and maybe you tell your friend, look at these fucking faggots, I hope they get hurt. Something like that is being a homophobe because you're against it. Just because you're not comfortable with it doesn't mean you're against it. I don't have to applaud when I see two men kissing. I don't have to be normal when I see two men kissing. It's natural for a lot of straight men to just have a kind of a shocking reaction. Me personally, I don't have a negative reaction when I see two men kissing. I tend to kind of giggle. I don't know why. I tend to kind of laugh. It's always been that way. First time I saw two guys kissing was outside of the high school, and they were going in. They were going in, and I just thought it was funny. I didn't laugh out loud, but I just laughed to myself. It makes me smile. Like, if you were to see me walk past two guys kissing, you see me smiling, and you think I like it. Now, I don't like it, but I'm not against it. I kind of don't care. It just makes me laugh. If I see a guy and a girl kissing, it's just normal. It's not that I like it. I don't give a shit. It's the same thing. It's just some reason when two men kiss, it tends to make me laugh. But if I see two girls kissing, I like it. And I'm going to stop and I'm going to watch. But anyway, let's go on to this. What he was saying to me doesn't make him a homophobe, as if he hates or he's against gay people. What he's saying is that he doesn't feel gay people should get married because of the Bible. So, for instance, he didn't say anything like being gay shouldn't be legal. He didn't say anything like gays shouldn't be together. He didn't say anything like that. At least in this video, I didn't hear it. I didn't hear that. But I understand how gay people are obviously uncomfortable with what he's saying. Do I feel gay people should be allowed to get married in America? Absolutely. I don't give a damn. If you're in love, you're old enough, go ahead and get married. But I'm just speaking about him right now. I don't think he's a homophobe. I just think he's a devout, well, he's trying to be a devout Christian. He's trying. And he's just saying what's in the Bible. Isn't this the most popular religion we have in this country, Christianity? And so, if, like I said before in another video like this, if you're going to sit there and complain about what he's saying, why aren't you complaining about the Bible? Someone tell me this. If you're going to complain about what this guy is saying, say he's hateful, this and that, why aren't you complaining about the Bible? Why don't we have more people coming out against the Bible? It's so stupid to me that people rather attack, not literally attack, but verbally attack or internetly attack the people who quote from the Bible rather than the Bible itself. You're gonna, it's like, yeah, I know people are gonna hate this comparison, but it's like fucking Hitler having an army and shit, and then you know who Hitler is, and you can possibly even get him, but you don't want to do that. You want to ignore him and just go after all of his soldiers. You're gonna be there forever. Go at the source. Who's teaching people this? The Bible. Or maybe he's using the Bible as an excuse for how he really feels. That is also a possibility. But the point is, the Bible backs him up. That is the source for a lot of this homophobia you guys call. Now, I don't see this homophobia because I'm pretty sure when he mentioned marriage in the Bible is between a man and a woman. That's just definitions, between a man and a woman. That's what it was, at least from the Bible. This is what I hear. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments. But according to Christianity, when you get married, which marriage is not a religious thing in the first place, is between a man and a woman. That's just the definition. So if you want to come along and say, us gay people want to get married, well, we got to make a new type of marriage for you called a gay marriage. Okay. But it won't be considered a regular marriage because it's from the Bible. The Bible fucking says regular marriage between a man and a goddamn woman. You're not going to change that. No one's going to change it. And that's a problem with the Bible is it never changes. It's old shit that never ever changes. It never changes with time. Don't eat pork and all this shit. Whatever book, don't eat pork is bad for you. We could cook the shit out of a pork now. You can eat it in portions. You won't get sick or nothing like that. You get fat if you eat it all the time. But you cook it right, it's absolutely fine. It's 2014. That's the problem with the book as well. It doesn't change. It never changes. It's the same thing. It doesn't evolve. Life, whether you believe it or not, life is all about evolution. If you don't evolve and change your environment, you just look stupid and you're probably going to just die out. But I gotta admit, religion is doing a good job not dying out. Well, it depends on what country you're in. A lot of countries are like getting real atheists. They're getting real secular, whatever you call it. They're becoming like, I think it was Sweden had a lot of atheists. Japan has a lot of atheists. A lot of these countries with a lot of atheists are doing fine. Just saying. Not trying to advertise for atheism. Just saying. They're doing very well. And I guess that's all I have to say. This man's a Christian, people. Don't be mad at him if you're not mad at Christianity. I will say that again. You should not be mad at him if you're not mad at Christianity, or don't be mad at him if you're not mad at Christianity. He's just speaking from the Bible. If I gotta include the verse or verses that have to do with this topic, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll go find the verses that say man shall not slay with a man, only man and woman get married. If I have to do it, I'll make a part 2 and I'll do it. But I'm pretty sure we all know this stuff. This is basic shit. Basic shit. So get mad at him if you want. But if you're mad at him, you're not a Christian. No Christian should be mad at this guy. And I guess that's all I gotta say. But man, I hope he doesn't, I hope he doesn't get too much negative attention. I hope he doesn't. I don't want people attacking him. He doesn't deserve it. Everything he was speaking about is from the Bible. And the comparison he made about if he were to ask Muslims to paint, if he was to ask Muslims to paint Muhammad, they wouldn't do it. The government wouldn't force them. Well, I kind of explained that in another video when I say the way the American government is, they tend to basically give the upper hand to the minorities, whether it's a religion that isn't, whether it's small religions. Not saying Islam's a small religion, but it's not like the major religion. So Muslim is likely we should be more sensitive towards Muslims than we are to Christians. And like white people, there's a lot of them, whatever. There's not that many black people, so we should definitely be more sensitive to black people than we are to white people. That's just kind of how the government in America is. When there's a lot of you could get shit. It's normal. It's like me going on a train saying cracker, 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 whatever. But if a white person come on the train, nigger, 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 it's humongous. You understand? So, and plus the history too. But that's just how it is. Kind of like the minorities get protected a little more than everyone else. And that's not always bad, but I'll talk about that in another video. So let me know what you think.